Hi everyone, Teacher Sue's here. I hope you are having a great Saturday. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon here where I live in Naples, Florida. It's kind of hot and humid out today. All right, let's get started here with day 2 of our vocabulary challenge, okay? We're still talking about in the kitchen, and we're going to talk about verbs. These are actions that we use with some of the utensils or that we talked about yesterday. Or it could be actions talking about how we cook something or prepare something, okay? So our first one is stir, S-T-I-R. And if we make a stirring motion, I have my slotted spoon here, and I may be stirring something in a pot, okay? Often we're stirring a liquid, a soup, anything to keep it from sticking to the bottom of our pan most of the time. Stir, stir. Just a gentle motion, not really strong or vigorous, just a gentle motion. All right. Our next word is beat, B-E-A-T. We often use beat to talk about egg white, beating eggs. Like if we're mixing eggs to make scrambled eggs, we might beat them together. Sometimes we even use our whisk, but that's another one. We also, beat is a much quicker motion. Maybe we use a fork or a spoon to beat our brownie batter together. Or we might use an electric mixer to beat or mix something together. Beat, B-E-A-T, okay? Let's look at number 3, fold. This is a really gentle motion, okay? So imagine that you have pancakes and you decide to make blueberry pancakes. Delicious, right? Who doesn't like blueberry pancakes? All right, so you've got your batter, you've mixed your batter together, you have all your ingredients in the bowl, you're getting ready to put them on the pan, but let's put some blueberries in there. We're going to fold. It's a very gentle motion. I would normally use a regular spoon for this, not a slotted. This is just what I have right now. And you're going to take your spoon and gently fold it over, just like folding something. Fold it over, okay? Gentle motion, fold. Because we don't want to crush those beautiful blueberries. We want them to stay whole in the batter, in our pancake batter, okay? Fold, okay? Our next one is whisk. I don't know why, I like this word for some reason. And I love the wire whisk. They come in many different sizes and shapes. We talked about the whisk yesterday in the vocabulary challenge. So whisk is similar to beating something. We often whisk egg whites together, right, to form stiff peaks, right? And it's a lot of work sometimes to whisk something together, right? But a very quick motion to whisk things together. We're mixing a bunch of ingredients, or maybe we're just mixing one to make it change the texture of it, okay? Whisk, W-H-I-S-K. It's a noun here, and the action is a verb, to use the whisk to put something together like that. Okay. Number 5 is blend. All right, so blend talks about mixing a bunch of ingredients together, several ingredients together. Maybe you have flour, water, eggs, sugar, and you're mixing things all together. Blend is another way to say mix. Similar to stir, but we're not keeping things off the bottom of a pot. We're actually blending all the ingredients together so they become one solid mixture, okay? Blend and mix would be synonyms here. All right, so sometimes we blend things in a blender. Love it. Or sometimes we blend things in a smaller mixer, like a personal mixer, like to make smoothies or shakes or drinks like daiquiris. Great stuff, right? I have a little mini Ninja mixer thing that I just love. Okay, not really promoting, just Ninja, any of those little smaller blenders that you make like a single serving or for a protein shake or a smoothie or something. You might blend in that, okay? Now let's move to things on, I'm gonna jump down to our bottom one here. Grate. We talked about the grater yesterday, microplane or grater that we talked about, remember? So the action that we use, we rub something across it, okay? So if this were a lemon, if my smiley were a lemon, we'd rub this across it and then little tiny pieces would come off, and we might call that, if it's a fruit, we would call it the zest of the fruit, like lemon zest, orange zest. I've also used it to grate chocolate, like pieces of chocolate, to get small sprinkles of chocolate on something. Maybe cinnamon, like to get a sprinkle of cinnamon on top of something. We use our grater, our planer or grater, to grate something, to grate this action, to rub across this rough surface to get small pieces, okay? Let's go back. Now, let's finish up with things on top of the stove, the burners, or in the oven, okay? So our next one is, that would be number, now that's gonna be 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now it's gonna be 7. On my list, they're backwards. Simmer, okay? S-I-M-M-E-R, simmer. If you want to simmer something, it's just below the boiling point. All right, so if you've brought something to a boil, your instructions probably say, let all ingredients come to a boil and then reduce to a simmer. It's just below boiling, it's not boiling. Often you don't want things like milk to boil because it will curdle and it gets disgusting in whatever you're making. So if it tells you to simmer, you're still cooking it at not a very low, super low heat, but not at a boiling level. Okay, so it's a much lower heat than boiling, just below boiling, okay? Our next one is bake, B-A-K-E, bake. If we're going to bake something like cookies, cakes, casseroles, those are things that we bake. We put them in the oven. Most of us are using an oven to bake things like that. So we put them in the oven. We'll set it to a specific temperature, okay? So if we bake something in the oven, we're going to set the oven, just say to 350, and then we'll put it in the oven and bake it for so many minutes. Bake, okay? Our next one is preheat, and we're using the prefix pre here. That always sounds like pre, okay, pre. Preheat, it means to heat before, just what it says. Your instructions might say to preheat the oven. That means you want to heat it to a certain temperature before you put your stuff in there. Preheat, so it means to heat or warm something before. Preheat, pretty easy, right? So the instructions on the can of biscuits might say something like, preheat the oven to 350 degrees, then bake the biscuits for 8 to 10 minutes, okay? Our last one, I think we're on our last one already. That kind of went quick today. All right, is saute, saute. And you may see this pronounced saute. I think most Americans are going to use the version saute, okay? Might depend on where you are located though, regionally, all right? S-A-U-T-E, and there's an accent on the E there. It's a French word, okay? Saute means to fry something quickly in some type of hot fat or oil. And I don't mean deep fried. I mean in a skillet, you're going to place like some olive oil or maybe some butter, and your instructions might say saute onions until soft and brown or soft and caramelized. Okay, so to saute means to cook something in something fattening like butter or oil, something like that, to achieve a different, maybe to soften those veggies up. You might saute them before you add them to the rest of your dish, all right? So let's review our words today. And I will also place these on my webpage. So if you go to my Spitball link in my bio, you'll get to my information. This is free on there, okay? So, review. Stir, S-T-I-R. Beat, B-E-A-T, beat. Fold, F-O-L-D, fold. whisk, W-H-I-S-K, whisk. Blend, B-L-E-N-D, blend. Simmer, S-I-M-M-E-R, simmer. Bake, B-A-K-E, bake. Preheat, P-R-E-H-E-A-T. These two are often separated with a little dash between pre and heat, okay? Preheat. Remember, the prefix pre sounds like pre-e, okay? Saute, S-A-U-T-E, saute. Last one, grate, G-R-A-T-E, grate. Remember, we're using these words in the kitchen. These are verbs that we would use in the kitchen. These are all verbs, all actions you would do in the process of cooking or preparing food to cook something, okay? So these words definitely might have other meanings. They may have more than one meaning, as many English words do. So remember, we are using these today as cooking verbs, okay? All right, I would love to see your comments below. Tell me if this was helpful. Please don't forget to go download I have the sheet for you with sample sentences on my page. Please follow me. I offer free trainings and free seminars. So I think maybe I'm going to do maybe I'll cook a recipe and we'll use some of these. I'll cook a recipe. I'll make one of my favorite recipes and we'll do a live cooking demonstration, okay? I don't know. If you guys would like to see that, let me know. My skills are okay, so I will cook something that I like to make. But I'd love to see you guys in a free class. Please come and check out my links. I have Facebook and YouTube. I post these videos there too. But really, most importantly, let me know if you like the vocabulary challenge, if it's helpful for you, and what you learned today. So drop me some comments. I would love to see what you guys think about this. Is it helpful? All right, you guys have an awesome Saturday. I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Next class. Surprise. All right, have a great day. Bye.